Hi guys, this is Sai Kumar Kortiwala. In this video, we will learn about Next.js stylings. So, how to style a Next.js elements and how we can use and what are the different types of styles we can use in Next.js. Let's talk about them in this video. So here we'll talk about global styles, module styles, and inline styles. So let me quickly jump into Visual Studio Code. Here we have a default file called as global.css. Just what I'll do is I'll remove all the code, whatever we have, and I'll make something use of a class called as main. And what I'll do, I'll make it as text align center. So I want to make whole this main class. Wherever I try to use this main class, it should be center aligned. So let me copy this and put it at the layout level so that it will be applying for all the other content as well. So what I'll do is to use this global CSS, we have to import a particular file. So I'm importing at the layout.js, which is at app level. So it will be applicable for all the files or all the children. So let me save this and check that whether it is applying for all the children or not. So here I have applied this main on top of this layout.js, and let me go here and it is centered. You can see it is centered. So let me remove this and save this. Now you can see it is not centered yet. So that is how you can use your global.css. Now let's talk about children. That means whether the header is able to get that value or not. So for that sake, what I'll do is I'll create something called as a red, and I want to apply the color as red. Save this and I'll use this name on in the link of this header by using a class name red. And let me copy this, put it over here and put it over here. Save this. Go here. You can see this dashboard links are looking like a red color. So now what I'll do is instead of holding this at the layout.js level, what I'll do is I'll keep this at our page.js, which is at the app level. So let me put this and let me remove this and this along with this. Save this. Now I kept this global.css at the top level of app page, and I'm using something called as main, and save this. Now you can see if I go to home page, it is centered, but if I go somewhere into the dashboard, it is also centered. So let me go into our products page. So let me copy the same thing and let me go here into the layout and let me remove this as well, and let me go into our products page. So let me go into the products page and import at this level something like import dot slash dot dot slash and global css, and save this. Now it is compiled successfully. You can see whole content has been left oriented, but still we are able to see this red color. Why? Let me reload this, and now it is not showing in the red color because of Next.js cache mechanism. So here the page is not reloaded after the development server is up. So that's why when I refresh, all the styles has been quashed. That means it removed all the styles. Now if you go into the products and if I try to use class name main and save this, now you can see when I go into the products, all are centered, but when I go back to the dashboard, nothing is centered. Let me refresh this again. All the classes has been removed. So how to manage this? So if you want to use at a global level, you have to use global.css. That means if you import at the global level, it applies for all pages or all the layouts, whatever you have under that particular folder. In this case, I'll import the global.css at the top level, and I can use something like dot slash global.css. Now it will apply for all, and once I click this, it went here. Let me go back and refresh. So now what I'll do is I'll apply my CSS class here also, class name as main, and save this. Now let me comment this, and I didn't imported globals.css anywhere. Let me refresh this. It is normally working without any styles. So let me go with the global.css, and now all the classes has been applied for this particular components. That means if you import the global.css at app level, that global.css files or all the classes which are already inside that css can be used in all the children components along with that particular component. So always global.css should be imported at a top level. Now let's talk about module.css. So if you want to have a CSS only for a particular page, then you can create a module.css. So what I'll do is I'll create something related only to this particular file. So let me go into the component and I'll create a new file called as header.module.css. This is my header module. What I'll do is I'll use something called as active class, which is color as red, and I will use something called as inactive class where my color is gray, and save this. Now I can use this active and inactive in my header.js, but not directly. Instead, you have to import that module. If you want to use module CSS, you have to create a named import. So let me use import styles from this header, that is dot slash header module.css, and now I can use this styles as this styles is an object. So I have to use inside the flower bases dot, I can give the class name whatever I want. I will give active. So let me put this active and let me copy this and put it over here along with that here. I'll use inactive and inactive. Let me save this. Now you can see here it is showing the first link as red color and remaining two as gray color. It is overriding my particular global CSS values. And if I inspect this, you can see there will be a random class generation. You can see header is a component, active is a class name, and there is a random number or a random value which has been generated by this class, and that indicates these are modular styles. These are called as modular styles in our React or in Next.js. So now we have applied the class name at the module level, and also you can apply something like inline styles. So inline styles is equal to, I can apply some styles here by using an object, by using a color as green. So let me give a color as green color and let me save this. Now which one will be applied? So you can see the green has been applied. The priority is something like first priority will go to inline styles, then it will go into the modular styles, and then it will go into the global styles. So that is how the priority works. This is the way we can give our modular CSS and inline styles. In my upcoming video, I'll explain you how we can manage this based on the active URL. If I'm in about, my about should be in red color, and if I'm in products, products should be in red color, and remaining both should be in gray color. How we can manage this by using Next.js. That means we have to activate based on our route URL. For using that and for implementing that, I'll explain you what we can do in next video. That's it for this video. Hope you like my explanation. If you like my video, like, share, subscribe to my channel for more updates. Signing off. Thank you.